Welcome to the WTRF TV Game of the Week. Tonight, it's the battle between River and Monroe Central. Coverage of this game is proudly brought to you by Ormet Credit Union. Our commitment is you. Belmont Technical College. Belmont Tech. Grab your shades. And by Bill Forbes Chevrolet. Route 2, New Martinsville.
Hi and welcome. It's another great Friday night for football in the Ohio Valley. We are in Woodsfield for game one of a big doubleheader on WTRF this weekend. Mike Anthony and Jerry Capici set to call the action of a great rivalry that's been going on for a long time, dating back to the Woodsfield days. Now it's Monroe Central hosting undefeated River, who comes in with a 2-0 record, looking pretty impressive. But both teams have brand new quarterbacks, and they've already played 2 games so far, Jerry.
Well, for Jay at Monroe, it's really not going to change anything, Mike, because he loves to run the ball anyway. Determination and attitude. But talked with Snivelo earlier, he's missing 1,800 yards passing, 19 touchdowns. He's forced to wear a different hat this year. He's going to have to run the ball, but with that line, looks like a naval shipyard out here with these cruisers, or someone said Chicago stockyard, but I don't want to call them beef. But they're going to have to run. He even said we're going to have to run the ball, and he has 280-pound running backs back there. So it's a different hat for Snives, but they're going to be all right.
For Monroe Central, it's Derek Griffith at quarterback, but he'll have a lot of pressure taken off of him by Mr. Shoemaker, big number 44 at fullback, and Josh Jones, who had a great week last week for Monroe Central in their first win of the year.
Right, Shoe was a tight end the last 2 years, and Jay bumped him back to fullback. Jonesy was the fullback last year. They bumped him to tailback, and there's a 200-pounder or 210-pounder. So what's that tell you? They're going to be punching the ball up the gut.
Mark Isley is Rivers' quarterback, and Marty Ramsey is their featured back in the backfield, who had a huge week last week, nearly 200 yards rushing.
Yeah, Ramsey's shown some speed, and he's a 185-pound back, and he's averaging close to 100 yards a game. But Fry's the guy we got to watch out for, is what Jay was saying.
Todd Fry is the main man for River. We'll see how many times they can get in the football against this Monroe Central defense. It should be a great game. The fans are piling into Seminole Field here in Woodsfield, and we'll have the starting lineup and the opening kickoff when we come back to Woodsfield on WTRF's Game of the Week. Stay here.
Objective of Monroe County Care Center is to provide home-like, intimate, quality, continuous care, inpatient rehabilitation, and professional services in a rural, well-established nursing facility.
The Citizens National Bank of Woodsfield and Sardis is home-owned and has been independently operated since 1933. We reinvest your deposit dollars in our community.
Jerry Gus Masonry and Concrete Construction wishes the best of luck to all Monroe County teams. When you want the best in masonry work, call 740-483-1109.
OVAC action is on WTRF TV, and we know you don't want to miss a single game replay. So now is your chance to get your own wallet-size schedule. Now you'll never have to miss your favorite OVAC action on WTRF TV 7. Pick yours up today at the Health Plan, Belmont Technical College, in the banks of West Banco.
Grab your shades, earn a 2-year associate degree, and enter an exciting career field, or continue your education at a 4-year college or university. Brighten your future at Belmont Technical College.
Smith is a husband, father, and grandfather with educational and professional experience in public administration and a solid financial background. He's proudly served his country for 20 years, managing military and civilian personnel. His past financial experience includes being assistant vice president in a bank. He's recently written grants bringing over $600,000 to Monroe County and is actively involved in our community. For energy, vision, and a new sense of direction to the office of Monroe County Auditor, elect Wayne A. Smith, the only qualified candidate.
Welcome back to Woodsfield. It's the start of a big weekend on WTRF. Game one of a huge doubleheader, and this should be a great one. The unbeaten River Pilots coming in at 2-0 against the 1-1 Monroe Central Seminoles and legendary head coach Jay Costa on a beautiful night for football here in Woodsfield. And if we mention Jay Costa, we have to mention River's head coach Terry Snively, who is in his 21st year at River. What a career these two have had. 10-0 for Snive last year, and with 2 wins this year, he's riding a 12-game regular season unbeaten streak into tonight's game. River has won the toss and will elect to receive tonight's opening kick. So the Seminoles will kick it up. Number 60, the big grub worm, as Coach Costa calls him, Darren Grubb, 5'10", 240-pound senior, will do the honors for Monroe Central. Back deep to receive, the versatile Todd Fry, number 5. Over 700 yards receiving last year, but more importantly this year, he's running the football. Coach Snively is putting him in the backfield on some plays and using him to run the football. Ironically, he has more rushing yards this year than the River team has throwing the football all year. Hard to imagine. Also back deep to receive is 21, Marty Ramsey, another captain, and number 3, Josh Connor. The Grubster with the opening kick comes down to Ramsey at the 15, across the 25 to the 30, runs into trouble, and he's stopped at the 32-yard line. Here is a look at the River offense, led by Mark Isley, the junior quarterback, Marty Ramsey, who just returned the kick, and Mike Isley, the fullback, number 82. Watch out for split end Todd Fry. Brian Blatt's a young wide receiver who Coach Snively is high on. Jesse Howard is the tight end. The big beef up front includes Josh Rose and Matt Corwin, Ed Conley and Gene Schmidt. Justin Mozina is a first-year starter at center. He is a sophomore. 1st and 10 for River on their own 33-yard line, and they give it to who else? Marty Ramsey, who gets back to the line of scrimmage, if anything, and the Noles are pumped defensively. Monroe Central looks like this, and they're big up front. When you consider number 68, Tucker Roberts, a 220-pounder at tackle. Darren Grubb is the other tackle, 220 himself. Johnny Cecil Heathwell's at middle guard, and Adam Jones is the smallest up front. Johnny Shoemaker, the last of the Shoemaker brothers, Josh Jones, Matt Cole, and Jesse Nippert in the secondary, along with Josh Woodby. In number 24, Ben Miller.
Mike, the second time they come out with 2 tight ends.
Here's Isley to throw. Across the middle, he's got Fry, and he's into Noles territory. But he's drugged out from behind by Nippert near the 30-yard line. Todd Fry paying big dividends already.
Yeah, Mike, we're looking for Fry to be moving all over the place, like sometimes in the backfield. At the split that time, they were double tight ends, and then they're in double tights and end up one-on-one with Fry. They just run a little slant pattern versus that 3 deep zone. He's almost gone. Fry says,
first down, baby. Nippert ran him down from behind. Jesse Nippert is the Monroe Central big play man. Luckily, he has the best feet on that defense, so Fry was gone. Ramsey threw a huge hole, and he breaks it outside, leaps the tackler, and is inside the 10.
You got a flag, though, Mike.
Holding against River. Excellent officiating crew on tonight's game, and that man runs the crew, Jack Prettyman. Teams up with Steve Shaky Schaefer, my main man, the Bear Tom Bechtel. Tom DeMoose on the crew tonight, and Don Homer Karp is also working. Ironically, Joe Blatt usually works with this crew, but Blatt took himself off of the game because his nephew plays for River.
Mike, they come out in the pro set that time and just run a little sprint draw action. For a little pro set, they run a little sprint draw, and there's holding at the point of attack that time. I think it might have been Big Gene Schmidt, one of those Land Cruisers we saw before the game.
Schmidt, number 54, the 285-pounder, pushing 290. 26, Aaron Stalder runs out of the game. He's one of the sophomores Coach Snively likes, number 26. Top of your screen is Fry. To the bottom is Josh Connor, a 6'1 junior. Split back behind Isley, and Isley's going to throw. Plenty of time. Pumps it once, and now he goes down. Johnny Cecil with the sack at the 49-yard line, and he's pumped. He had plenty of time, Coach. He just couldn't find anybody open.
Yeah, they ran a little boot play action. They just didn't block Cecil long enough. The kid forced upfield pretty good. There's play action with the boots. Just got to hang on to Cecil a little bit longer. Cecil a little bit too quick for old Schmitty.
Maybe Schmidt was worried about another holding penalty and had to let Cecil go there.
Well, definitely looked for Fry that time.
But Monroe Central is flagged with a personal foul. So,
I didn't see that one, Mike.
So River has the football at the 33-yard line, close to the 34. Going to be 2nd and 12. Now there's an equipment problem in the River huddle as Pipes Prettyman is in there helping out.
2nd and 12, Mike. That's screener draw down. You get 2nd and long, that's a screener draw down. As big as that hole was a couple plays ago, I wouldn't be surprised to see sprint draw again.
Connor to the bottom of the screen. It's an eye in the backfield. And Isley hands off to Ramsey. Turned in nicely, and then the pursuit gets there. Got to the 31-yard line. Good job by the Monroe Central defense. Adam Jones, the undersized sophomore defensive end at the right side, only goes 170, number 34. He turned that play in and let his pursuit get to Ramsey.
And Josh Jones, the linebacker that side, scraped real well, Mike. He plugged that hole. They're trying a little isolation that side. Double down, kick out. Linebacker feels real well.
2 receivers, top of your screen. Connor wears number 3 and Fry number 5. Split back. 3rd and 10. Isley rolling right. Got pressure. Now he dumps it off complete. It is completed to number 82, Mike Isley.
That was the fullback, Mike. Mike comes out of the backfield, little flood action. Not enough.
Believe it or not, Mark Isley, the quarterback, is the uncle of Mike Isley, who he just threw the football to. Well short of the first down, 4th and 9, so I think River's going to go for it instead of just pushing him down inside the 10, maybe even better. So Nye thinks, what the heck, we'll go for it right here. Ball's on the 30-yard line. 4th and 9. Isley wants Fry across the middle. It was read beautifully and almost picked off. Nippert was there. He read that like a book.
Nippert looked like he was spying. Mike looked like Nippert, the free safety, was spying Fry this time. You see him come right there, playing him under and over, a little double coverage on the inside. And I'm sure that's part of Jay's scenario tonight is to funnel Fry to the inside where they can get double coverage on him because he's dangerous.
Mark Isley looked right to Fry on the snap, and Nippert red eyes. So Monroe Central takes over 1st down. We'll set the offense right after this play. Pitch, Josh Jones. Good River pursuit, but Jones, he gets about 3 yards. Here is the Monroe Central offense, led by junior quarterback Derek Griffith. 5'8", 155. Johnny Cecil, the tight end. Big line up front, Tucker Roberts, Dimmerling, and Beardmore making just his 3rd start at center. Robert Muntz in the grub worm. Nippert at split end. Miller at wide out. Derek Griffith, and the 5th and final Schumacher. Johnny Shoemaker, number 44, the fullback, and Jones at tailback. Mentioned Adam Jones earlier making a stop on defense. He's the younger brother of Josh Jones, who gained 6 on 1st down, so it's 2nd and 4. Now the full house look. And the first man has the football.
Nothing. Michael, actually, that was double tight wishbone. They run a little
Defensively, up front for River, we show you a 4 look right here, but sometimes they're going to put 5 up front. The tackles are Schmidt and Conley, Corwin and Stalder on the ends. At linebacker, Rosen, Mike Isley, and Marty Ramsey, along with Jesse Howard. Fry, Connor, and Blatt in the defensive backfield. And we've seen Terry Snively go to a 5 because there are now 5 linemen up front. They moved Rosen up to a down line position. Something different than we're used to seeing from a Snive defense. And it is picked off! Marty Ramsey has the ball at the 41, and he picks off Griffith, bringing it back to about the 37-yard line. Yeah. There's our first turnover of the game, and it goes to the way of River.
Again, here's bootleg action. Michael, a little ill-advised pass. If anything, just lay it up a little higher. That's a linebacker getting to the sideline. That kid's a player there, old Rosen. That's what Snipe said beginning of the game. The turnovers are going to be the key, Mike. And there's one already.
And Ramsey walks off the field limping, so you know he won't be in the backfield for this play. Mike Isley is back there. Brian Blatchford, bottom of the screen. Fry is also in the backfield. He has the pitch. And he gets a couple of yards on 1st down. Claude Fry running out of the backfield, where he has rushed very well this year so far. 13 carries, 151 yards, and scored 3 touchdowns.
Mike, a little quick pitch that time. They just try to outspeed or outfoot Monroe Central's defense that time, but they come upfield very nice.
2nd and 9. Ball resting on the 35-yard line. Here comes a blitz. And Fry nearly gets out of there. Heath Wells, the middle guard, broke through and makes a hit for the loss.
Mike, that's Heath the nose guard. Now he's playing over first-year center, so this might be like Thanksgiving turkey dinner for him tonight for a while. And you can see it coming because Monroe is in dead man.
Heath Wells, a 5'11", 210-pound junior. Bad snap, and Monroe Central had it. Now it's still loose. The Noles are back on top of it, and I think it's John Shoemaker. Boy, the Noles were guessing the snap count. Pardon me, River got back on top of that football. Mike Isley, number 82, skirted back there. There were 2 Noles on that thing, and I was a little early on
the shotgun. Again, I think that was Heath again in there right off the bat. Luckily, River came back with the ball.
Johnny Cecil, number 84, dove right on top of the ball and then lost it.
Good hustle.
84, not 44. Cecil had a chance, but now it's 4th and forever for River.
I think they might punt this time.
Yeah. Back deep is the always dangerous Jesse Nippert, standing at his 21. Good snap. And the punt is away by Fry. Nippert from his 24. The wall is set up towards Monroe's sideline, but great penetration by River's defense to prevent the skipper from going anywhere. So Monroe Central takes over the football, and just when it looked like River was taking the momentum in the first quarter after the fumble, after the interception, a near fumble nearly cost them possession of the football, but a good punt that time. So Monroe starts back to where we've seen a lot of the action so far in the first half, right around this 30-yard line.
Like these kids are getting after each other tonight.
It's a heated rivalry. One that River won last year late in the game on a late touchdown, 6-0. Here's Jonesy barreling over right tackle for a couple of yards.
That's the second back through off the wishbone. Of course, Brook made that famous in our valley. Second back through in the wishbone. He maybe should not get away from that for a while. It will take them a while to get used to blocking, the speed of River's defense, the angles in which they're coming at them, and it takes a while to get that type of thing going. So be patient. And Jay's a very patient coach.
You look at River's front 4. They're staying in the 4 right now. Corwin, Conley, Schmidt, and Stalder. And here's Griffith to throw. He's looking for Nippert deep down the middle. He has his man, and he's complete. Nippert is going to go for a Monroe Central touchdown, and he got behind Fry. Wow! 78 yards. 68 yards.
Mike, a little bit out of a character. Play action pass. Nippert running right by the secondary. They bid on the play action, froze him just long enough for Nippert to get up. Nippert has some speed. Nippert looked pretty quick. And I'll tell you what, though, Mike, the young Griffith kid threw a nice ball. He threw a nice ball.
Coach Costa comes right back with a pass. Griffith has a lot of confidence now after throwing that pick. And the point after is good. 7-0 Noles.
Mike, this is right where Jay wants to be. He wants to get up and then let the clock be his ally. Move the sticks.
Let's watch it again.
Another
Fry.
Little play action. Freezes that secondary. You can't see it on the screen, but they froze her 3 deep just enough to get Nippert right behind him. It was too late. Again, nice ball by Griffin. Impressed with him. Of course, he's a veteran now. It's his 3rd game.
And great camera work by our man on the field, Alan Blanchard. Jeff Hayback up top.
Mike Snipe didn't want this. He didn't want to get down against Jay. Jay is awful tough to beat when he's up on you. He knows how to milk the clock. If he starts moving the sticks, and once they figure out the speed of Rivers' defense and start pounding the ball, this may be a quick game.
On that Bill Forbes Chevrolet scoreboard, 7-0 in favor of Monroe Central at home, and the home crowd loves that. It takes them a while to get wound down after a score here. It's loud, and I know this is your first time here at Monroe Central, and I know you're impressed.
The whole town is here. Hey, I have relatives here.
Yes, sir. Cars parked a mile back, and people tailgating and up in the park here. Blatt is hammered at the 32-yard line. Nonetheless, good field position for Rivers offense.
That was Adam Jones who made that big hit. About 9, 170.
Jonesy's the smallest one of the Knowles up front, but he's always around the football. Younger brother of Josh Jones.
Mike, I'm impressed with the intensity of these kids. This is a community affair here. Look, the whole town is here.
And we're looking for your cousin, Dustin Robinson, who was a star out here at Monroe a couple of years ago. Flag comes in. Tommy DeMuth on the near side. And it looks like Adam Jones has made the call for Mr. DeMuth. He's helping him out. Offside on the offense. Boy, what a momentum swing in the last 5 minutes for Monroe. They throw an interception. It looks like River has all the momentum.
Play action pass turns it right back. Looks like River's short-circuiting a little bit now. That's out of their character.
Nipper's the big play guy. 6'1", 160, and just a junior. Has been playing since his freshman year. Fry out of the backfield. Hit by Shoemaker, and down he goes. And I think we had a loose ball, although there's no indication from Shaky Schaefer. Big hit by Johnny Cecil, 84, who was holding him up, and Shoemaker cleaned him up.
Shoemaker finishing. I'll tell you what, Shoemaker will hit you so hard your whole family will fall down, Mike. I'll tell you. Geez.
We mentioned the fifth and final Shoemaker, following Andy, Greg, Steve, and Luke. Of course, Luke's still at Youngstown State. And we'll get into the Greg Shoemaker stories in a little bit. Fry turns it back in. Good pursuit by the Monroe defense. I like Adam Jones, the sophomore. Turns the plays back in and lets the defense help. Watch it again.
Again, a young sophomore defensive end coming up the field, turning everything aggressive. And here comes the pursuit. Shoemaker was there. Jonesy was there.
Muncie, number 62, was there. And now Rivers in a lot of trouble. 39 with 2:12 remaining in the first quarter.
Say right now, Mike, the quickness of Monroe Central seems to be dominating this game at this point. They look awfully aggressive defensively.
Now with extra defensive backs as Isley puts it up. Knocked away. Good defense on the far side by Monroe Central secondary. 22, Josh Woodby provided a big lick after the ball was tipped and nearly picked off. There's Woodby, number 22, 5'8", 140-pound senior.
Mike, again, that was good defense by the Knowles. Jay told us before they're going to play Fry under and over. They're going to play in front of him and behind him, just like you play postman in basketball. We thought maybe they would spy, play everyone a zone and him man-to-man like they do a boxing one in basketball. But right now, what they're doing now seems to be working.
Now the official, Steve Schaefer, moves the football to the near hash on 4th and 9. Nippert drops back to receive again. Todd Fry is the punter. He'll be standing on his 20.
Central should have good field position after this, Mike.
There's two up backs. Spy on Fry, who gets it out of there. Nearly hits one of the up backs, Matt Cole, who lets it go, and it's down by Mike Isley and Hal Fitting on the 30-yard line, where a lot of this first quarter has been played. There's Fry, who nearly had a touchdown in the first quarter on a quick slant, but Nippert caught up with him.
I'm surprised he got caught, Mike.
Well, we've seen Nippert catch Fry, and Nippert already burned Fry once, so Nippert definitely showing that, although he's only a junior and Fry is the returning senior, he's got some wheels too.
We have a little game within a game maybe developing here.
First and 10, Knowles on their own 31-yard line. Shoemaker and Jones in the backfield. Ben Miller in motion. And it's Jones. Josh across the 35 to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, they put Miller in motion, Mike, just to see the reaction of Rivers' defense. If he's going to take the outside linebacker with him, he didn't move. So I doubt if we'll see that again. We may see the same play, but maybe without the motion.
There's Coach Sir Costa. Just down from the beautiful field house named after him. I told him you can't have a field house named after you until you retire. They love him out here in Woodsfield.
He's the king. Mike, less than a minute left in the first quarter. Gay wants to move the sticks again, and he's right where he wants to be. And he has to be happy with the attitude and aggressiveness of his kids tonight.
Wishbone look right now. Second back through is Jones. Behind a kick out block and a kick in block. That's how you're supposed to run it, right?
They just let Big John Shoe up in there, and I forget, I don't know if Miller was the other kid or not, but it was just a lead with two lead backs.
Yep, Miller, 24, Benny Miller.
So you're just, that's just power. Running is nothing but determination and attitude, and Jay's been preaching that for 28 years. His kids are determined to run the ball, and they have the right attitude for it. And since these kids were babies, they grow up. That's what we're going to do when we play for Monroe. We're going to run the football and move the sticks.
About a foot short of the first down, which will bring up a 3rd and short for Monroe with 37 seconds to play first quarter. Thanks for watching us on WTRF tonight. Mike Anthony and Jerry Capisi, the Pooch, former college buddies with Jay Costa. Both West Liberty grads. You got to give me some Costa stories from college in a little bit when we have some time, all right? Ones that are clean enough.
We can't do them on air, Mike. I'm sorry.
So 3rd and a foot for Derek Griffith and the Knowles. They go to the big Shoe, who has plenty for the first down. A stiff arm, and he's still on his feet. Inside the 40 for John Shoemaker. First down, Monroe Central. Watching stiff arm a guy in the secondary. I love it from the big fullback.
Now, Mike, who would have guessed this? 3rd and inches. I'd have bet $1 million he'd have got the ball that time. He runs. Oh, my God, does he run hard. A long line of fullbacks. His brother Greg, the coach here, was a fullback here and at West Liberty 2 years back. Matter of fact, he was a student teacher for me, Mike. Good people.
Greg Shoemaker, student taught Wheeling Park, a couple of years ago, right? He even helped you guys coach at Wheeling Park.
Helped us coach 1 year.
Yeah. And that'll do it for the first quarter here in Woodsfield. The home crowd is loving it on the Bill Forbes Chevrolet scoreboard. It's the home-standing Monroe Central Seminoles 7. The visiting and unbeaten River Pilots, nothing. We'll be back to the second quarter right after this.
Grab your shades, earn a 2-year associate degree, and enter an exciting career field, or continue your education at a 4-year college or university. Brighten your future at Belmont Technical College.
If you've been looking to buy your first home, trading up, or adapting to meet your changing needs, look for the Belmont Savings Bank sign and talk to the loan experts. We've been helping your neighbors finance their homes for over 100 years. Stop in today at any one of our 4 convenient locations. You'll be glad you did.
Belmont Savings Bank, we can share the dream.
Come join our team and score really big at our new facility, growing to meet your financial needs. You're a winner with Woodsfield Savings Bank.
The F.W. Shoemaker Insurance Agency in Woodsfield has a winning tradition for serving all of your insurance needs and wishes the best to all of our Monroe County schools.
Many families like ours can't ride their bikes down Main Street. They've been forced to leave because of no jobs. I'd like to change that, and with your help, I can.
Vote for my dad November 3rd.
Smith is a husband, father, and grandfather with educational and professional experience in public administration and a solid financial background. He's proudly served his country for 20 years, managing military and civilian personnel. His past financial experience includes being assistant vice president in a bank. He's recently written grants bringing over $600,000 to Monroe County and is actively involved in our community. For energy, vision, and a new sense of direction to the office of Monroe County Auditor, elect Wayne A. Smith, the only qualified candidate.
Jay Sircosta still preaching to his Knowles, who have the lead 7-0.
Mike, he's a consummate coach. And the guy who said nice guys finish last did not know Jay Sircosta. Yep. He's one of the nicest people you ever want to meet. Same with our good buddy Snive.
Derek Griffith to Jesse Nipper from 68 yards. Monroe Central 7-0. And one of these times, I'm going to say Florida State won.
Looks like Florida State and Nebraska.
Yeah. Looks like the old Orange Bowls in the 80s. Here's Ben Miller breaking off the left side for yardage.
That's second back through out of that bone again. If we get a replay here, Mike, you can see. You can see now that it looked like the Knolls are now finally adjusting to the size and speed of Rivers' defense. Now, instead of getting 2-3 yards, now they're getting 7 and 8 yards. And Terry's may have to make some adjustments here as far as shading people and gapping people to get some penetration.
Big Gene Schmidt at right defensive tackle, number 54. And now they run it with Nippert in the backfield, and Nippert has a first down. Oh, so Todd Fry lines up in the backfield for River, and now Monroe Central puts their split end into the backfield.
Same exact play, but now to the right side. Second back through with the lead back. And actually, River was in a 5-man front that time. They went from a 4 to a 5 to try to cross their blocking rules up, and it didn't seem to matter.
Number 58, Josh Rosen, the big senior, put the finishing touches on the skipper, but not until the Monroe Central first down. Ball on the 21-yard line, Knowles driving. Now the eye look with the Shoe and Jonesy at the tail position. Second man is Jones again, following Shoemaker. That time, the Pilots jumped in some gaps. Rosen put his helmet in there again, number 58.
They tried a little finesse that time, a little scissor action or crossblock, whatever you want to call it. The fullback went right, tailback jabbed and came back to the left. Now, I'm not sure if they trapped that or not, Mike, but normally you trap that when you run that play.
Sircosta sends the play in. Nippert's going to get a break. He deserves one, I guess. Ticking down to 10 minutes to play and a half. Knowles up a touchdown, looking for more. Wishbone look. Second man through is Miller. Stacked up by the interior of that River defense. Conley and Schmidt. Ramsey getting up the bottom of the pile. Not to mention Schmitty, the big 285-pounder, biggest guy out there.
Yeah, Mike Snipe made a little adjustment already. They have 7 in the box, almost 8 in the box. They had a cover 2 look. If Central wants to throw the ball, they might have really play action here. Might be wide open right down the middle of the field.
Middle of the field is wide open. Nippert puts at the bottom of the screen, and now Monroe wants timeout. And about 3 Knolls jumps up quickly and signals timeout. So they looked out on the defense and saw something they didn't like. And they called timeout.
That's that extra man they put in there. You have 5 linemen and they have 7 guys to block. 5 to block 7.
What's the score? Monroe Central 7 and River nothing. 9:17 to play in the half. We'll take a break and come back to Woodsfield on the WTRF Game of the Week.
have so many commitments in your life and so many decisions to make about your future and theirs, like buying a house, saving for college, making investments, or planning for retirement. At Ormet Credit Union, we're committed to knowing current trends in finance and committed to sharing these methods with our members to help you make better financial decisions. So whether you're college-bound, raising children, or planning for retirement, let Ormet Credit Union help you find financial success, because our commitment is you. Lynn Kent Reithmiller, attorney at law, is proud to support all of the young people in Monroe County. An investment in our kids is an investment in everyone's future.
Flatler TV in Carrington would like to remind you to shop locally first. Allow us to give you quality products and service after the sale when you shop for TVs and small and large appliances at Flatler's.
Dr. and Mrs. Heckert are proud to make Monroe County their home and to serve as your hometown family doctor, along with experienced nurses and a nurse practitioner affiliated with Marietta Memorial Hospital.
Dominic, here's the 7 weather update. Plenty of moisture over much of the southeastern part of the country. All of that cloud cover will eventually make its way in here, we think, both Saturday and Sunday. There's the outside chance of a scattered shower. Most of the time we're dry, but a lot of humidity in the picture. It should be in the low 80s both days, and then cooler air comes knocking first part of the week. We're back into the 60s, we think, on the first full day of fall on Wednesday. Early morning in the 50s. We're headed to about 80 this afternoon. Have a great weekend.
Welcome back, Mike Anthony and the Pooch, Jerry Capisi at Woodsfield, where Monroe Central has the football and the lead 7-0. 9:17 to play. The Noles just called timeout, so we'll see how they adjust to Rivers' defense.
Oh, River adjusted her defense.
Yes, sir, because Blatt's playing safety now in the middle of the field. He wasn't there a minute ago. See what Monroe Central does. Jones off right tackle, tripped up, and I think he hit his own man.
Yep, that's that second back through again, Mike. Second back through with a leader. We just call that up with a leader. Most basic playing football other than the dive or the quarterback sneak.
Well, that time he hit Tucker Roberts in the back, did Jones, and tripped himself up. So 4th and 4, big play for the River defense.
This is Woodsfield football here.
And Nippert is out of the game. Split top of the screen. Is number 7, Matt Cole. And a wishbone look behind Derek Griffith. Griffith still got it, and he's got a lot of room. Turns it back in, breaks a tackle from Fry, and has a Monroe Central first down. And goal to go.
Great call, Mike. Here's a great call. Second back through, he pulls it out, keeps it himself. You got one ride, you got 2 rides. Let's get everyone's attention. He's taking off himself.
Josh Connor made the touchdown-saving tackle. First and goal for Monroe Central. So they convert 4th and 4.
I wonder if Shue will get it.
Ball on the 6. The big Shue is in there, 44. Misdirection, Shue. Touchdown! Johnny Shoemaker, 4 yards out. The Noles strike again.
Mike, that's as plain as a nose on your face. You got a kid like Shue inside the 10, he should touch it every time. He's a horse.
The 6'2", 210-pounder was breaking arm tackles and plowing into the end zone. The cannon goes off in the end zone. And that celebration was a little less mild than the first one, I guess. Point after by the big grubber is good. 14-0 in favor of Monroe Central.
Michael, look at this touchdown again. Little counter action with Shue. So he runs north and south, right behind Tucker Roberts. He's getting into his man. I'll tell you what, pretty powerful looking kid. You pat old Roberts on the rear end.
Tucker Roberts, the big number 68, Brad Demmerling did a nice job up front there too, and Muncie and the Grub Worm.
And the Grub, Darren Grub.
The Knowles have the lead, 14-0. Great shirts.
It's not bad running behind a kid 6'5", 240, and you're 6'2", 210. So you're gonna move the pile. This is typical Jace Costa football, Mike. Run the clock.
And that man set it all up. Derek Griffith, the junior quarterback, not bad for a guy who has a bad hip.
That's right. Jay said he was hurting a little bit from last game, but he's a veteran now. This is his third game. We got to see what Terry's going to do now. I hope he don't want to panic. Of course, he would love to throw the ball 30 times in the game, and it may end up being that way.
Might be forced to now.
It's still early.
Still early.
With his big line and both his backs are 180 pounds, he still should pound it there a little bit and get the respect of Monroe.
Fry bringing it across the 35. A great return.
Mike, we may see Fry getting a handoff this series. I think he has 5 touchdowns, and they're all from rushing.
So Nippert has a touchdown along with Big Shoe. Last week at halftime, Josh Jones had 4 touchdowns by himself. Runs of 325, 9 and 5. In Monroe's first win of the year over Shadyside. Lost a tough one to Magnolia on their opener, 21-0. River coming out in a passing set.
Showing a twin set.
Isley has it tipped at the line of scrimmage.
They had a dead spot there for Fry. They run a little action, little cross action, we used to call switch. Well, that wasn't Fry anyway.
I think 62 Robert Muntz got his hand on the football.
And Schumacher was out there in that hook zone.
Second and 10. Back to the air. No, it's a draw play. Mike Isley. Near midfield. Great play, River. Ball is down. Monroe says they recovered it.
Mike, they run right by Heath Wells this time. Heath comes so quick.
And they have recovered it. Look at this.
He caught the agate up.
Monroe Central has the football. Recovered by Big Tucker Roberts, number 68.
Second turnover. And that was a shot in arm that River needed, Mike. A nice big gainer, and it's a shame to see that happen.
I think Snive is over there yelling, he was down, he was down.
It was close.
Monroe takes over at the 49-yard line of River. The bone in the backfield. First man is Shoemaker. Still on his feet.
Mike, he runs like a seasoned veteran. He's been a tight end for 2 years, and it's tough to go in the backfield and just run the football.
Tony Ensinger, number 23, brought him down, was hanging on to the big shoe. And for how many years, on Friday night, says the name Shoemaker, rung out on this PA system out here in Woodsfield.
I'd like to have $1 for every time that name's been said over here. Wow. I wouldn't be standing here right now. The wishbone double tight.
And Matt Cole is top of the screen on 2nd and 4. Jonesy off left tackle. And he has a Monroe Central first down.
Mike, that was just straight dive. That was just straight dive to their left halfback.
Boy, it looks like Monroe Central's offensive line is just blowing River off the football. Great steal blocks, too.
Again, we talked about running is nothing but determination and attitude. You know, and these kids are coming off the ball determined, and they just have an attitude about running the football. They say, hey, you're not going to stop us. And right now, River's having a time of it. But again, it's still early. Here's 8 in the box.
First and 10 to the 35-yard line. Second man through. Jones can't get outside. Good play by number 23 for River. That's Ensinger, Tony Ensinger.
Well, Mike, when I say 8 in the box, I mean River had 8 kids between Monroe Central's tackle to tackle. You can have 5 kids to block 8, that's tough. And then he picked up 1 yard on that. Jay doesn't like to be 2nd and 9. He wants to be 2nd and 5, 2nd and 4.
Looks like Jesse Nippert, by the way, Jerry, is the second to wind on the Monroe Central bench. He's sitting on the bench and got his head back. Looks like he was shaken up on a play or two. We'll check on him.
Took a shot. It's warm out here tonight.
2nd and 8.
Double tight bone again.
Griffith still has the football after 2 great fakes. And he is going to be inside the 10, even the 5. Got a great block on the left tackle. Derek Griffith with 2 great plays. That's the same play they ran on 4th and 4 last drive.
This is the same play that got them their key first down on Shoe's touchdown. Kids doing a nice job.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line. Monroe Central.
Mike, again, when you get 8 in the box, you know, he had a double ride, and then the quarterback keeps it where they're not.
Wow.
I wonder if Shoe was going to touch the ball.
There goes the big man, and he is in easily. Shoemaker with his 2nd touchdown of the evening. 4 yards.
Again, Mike, you can see this coming again. Double lead, just give the ball to Shoe, and he goes north and south.
So Mike Isley's fumble hurts River, and Monroe turns it into points.
That's Shoe's 2nd touchdown this quarter.
The grub worm is through, and it's 21-0. Monroe.
They are definitely on a roll.
What a big first half for the Seminoles of Monroe Central. And look at Sircosta high-fiving people on the sideline.
They're fired up. Mike, looks like Snive and his boys are digging themselves a little hole. You know, hey, my Uncle Amel told me, you dig yourself a hole, dig yourself in a hole, first thing you do is quit digging. Don't get yourself any deeper. Go back to what you know how to do.
Is that the same uncle that's watching us up near Pittsburgh tonight?
Yeah, that's my uncle from Bethel Park. My Uncle Amel.
Hi to the folks watching us up in Bethel Park. Who's all up there, Jerry?
My Aunt Phyllis and my cousin Tony and Patrick. Well, they're all over the country now. I got relatives here.
The old Forbes Chevrolet scoreboard says Monroe 21, River nothing. Yeah, we gotta find Dustin Robinson. He's a cousin of yours, right?
He was a pretty good running back, or a real good running back.
Real good. Probably the smallest running back in the valley. Had the biggest heart in the valley.
Small like me.
Under 5 minutes to play in the 2nd quarter. Monroe with a 3-touchdown lead.
Let's see if we can get River get something going here.
They've had great returns. This is Brian Blatt breaking it across the 35 and even the 40. He's brought down at the 42. River with great field position to start another drive. If they can hold on to the football this time.
That's the problem. They had a 15, 18-yard gain the last series and caught the ball up, Mike. You know, protect the ball, get back to what you know how to do. You know, with their size up front, they should be able to push the ball up the field sometime tonight.
Johnny Cecil trying to get the crowd on its feet, number 84. No problem doing that out here. Mark Isley, the quarterback, back to throw, across the middle. Looking for Fry on the slant, but the Shoe dropping back from his middle linebacker position, hooked well.
Mike, Fry ended up being triple teamed this time. Shoe come from underneath. Their corner from over top, I'll tell you what, they're doing a good job on Fry.
Ben Miller was there also, 24.
Yeah, Ben and Nippert.
And Woodby.
hard for me to learn all these names.
Now, Derek Griffith is playing big-time free safety, isn't he? About 20 yards off the football. Mike Isley is going nowhere. Caught in the backfield.
They give that Cincinnati set, what we call Cincinnati, twins to one side, split to the other, try to stretch that defense horizontally a little bit, and then run the draw. Nothing.
Heath Wells, shoestring tackle. And you think Coach Riccosta was expecting a gadget play there because he had Derek Griffith all the way 20 yards off the football.
At least. Playing center field.
And now he's going back there again. Number 11. With 4 minutes to play on 3rd and 8.
Oh, that's right. Nipper's out of the game.
Yeah, Skip was shaken up. We're going to try to get his prognosis. One of the cheerleaders trying to encourage him down there. Here's a floater that is incomplete, intended for Ramsey. And who's there? 44, Shoemaker.
Shoeman.
Sort of a floater.
Get a little shotgun set here, Mike.
Floater here.
He's just laying it out. There's Shoe. Good coverage. That's good feet for a linebacker, getting from the hash to the sideline.
There's Jay talking to Greg Shoemaker. And it's great to see. Jay lets his young assistant coaches handle the huddles here, and especially the potential punt team here. It's 4th down and about 8 for River, who hasn't gotten anything going offensively. They've shown signs of big hits, but penalties and turnovers have thwarted drives. Yes. And Monroe's out to a 21-0 lead.
Talking about taking advantage of turnovers and mistakes and some errors here, they certainly have. And sometimes that home field advantage helps you along those lines. You're comfortable here. The kids are changing where they practice every day. Home field advantage does mean something.
In case you're just joining us, Marty Ramsey made an interception for River, but they couldn't turn it into points. Monroe Central struck quickly. Derek Griffith, the junior quarterback, to fellow classmate Jesse Nippert, 68 yards, 7-0 Knowles, end of the first quarter. John Shoemaker has made 2 4-yard touchdown runs, one on the last possession after a Mike Isley fumble. So they've turned one turnover into a touchdown. Back to punt his fly from his 32. Off the side of his foot. Doesn't get a great bounce. And it'll be down to the 38-yard line. So Monroe Central will start with 3:43 to go. Again, boy, they would love another touchdown before half and milk the entire clock, wouldn't they?
Yes, again, that was another nice break for Central. That was only about an 18-yard punt, and they're starting on the 38-yard line with plenty of time to go. 3:43, and I know, knowing Jay, he would like to get down there with 0 on that clock after Shoes crossing that line, probably. That's where their thoughts are right now.
Here they are with the wishbone attack. Shoe with the football, straight up the middle, and now outside into River territory. First down, Johnny Shoemaker has taken over this first half, offensively and defensively.
Mike, River's in their base 4, and they ran the ball right at the weakness of the 4. They say you run right at the linebackers and tackles, straight at them. And that's what Shoe did that time for big gainer.
Salter made to stop, but not until it's into River territory. Just inside the 50 for Derek Griffith, the junior quarterback, who's made 2 huge runs setting up touchdowns. And now, Shoemaker has the football, or did he? It looked like Griffith put the football on his hip. I'm surprised that wasn't a fumble.
Basically, that was the same play, Mike, but River put their tackles in the gaps that time between the guard and center to take that away. Here it is. Real quickly, you saw their tackles inside. They try to run the same play.
I was right. Shoe had the football on his back.
On his hip. Looked like he had it in his watch pocket.
And they're still working on Nippert on the near sideline. I think he was woozy, flexing his hand. We'll check on that. And we're going to have a procedure penalty on Monroe Central.
Pick one.
Well, they had a couple of guys jump. Namely, the right
three,
tackle.
4 guys jumped this time. Right tackle, right end,
right guard.
Side.
Matt Cole jumped on the near side, number 7.
Looked like piano keys.
Yeah. Clock running. Knowles don't mind that as long as they get the playoff. 2:25-24 on a turning clock. Second quarter in Woodsfield. Monroe has the lead 21-0. Now splitbacks. Could be a throwing down on 2nd and 13. No. Shoemaker busts it near the 45. Mike Isley makes the stop along with Ensinger. Tony Ensinger, 23, has made a lot of stops for River, which might not be good because he's in the defensive backfield.
What they did that time, Mike, they still run the same play, but now they know Rivers had their tackles in the gaps. They run the same play, but they run a little wider. It's just a straight dive to the shoe, and Jay wants to milk the clock. They got a minute and a half left.
Impressed with your old college buddy's offense?
I like to throw the ball. I love what I'm seeing on both sides. These kids are really getting after each other.
Griffith still has it this time. River isn't biting on that one.
Again, that's the play off the second back through where Griffith keeps the ball.
Boy,
it didn't work that time.
Griffith could have gotten outside. Jones and Cecil just leveled Stalter on the end.
River did a great job that time. You know, they actually penetrated, came upfield, and just... River did a great job defensively this time because they came upfield, disrupted the continuity of the play, and consequently for a no gain, actually it was a loss. Jesse Howard in there.
Yeah, Howard came from the top on a blitz and saw that right away. Monroe wants to talk about it. Timeout. On the Bill Forbes Chevrolet scoreboard, it's all Knowles in the second quarter. 21-0. Johnny Shoemaker has 2 of the Seminole touchdowns set up by runs by quarterback Derek Griffith. Griffith also had a hand in the first touchdown, throwing a 68-yard strike to the skipper, Jesse Nippert. And this has been all Monroe Central. Mike Anthony and Jerry Capisi on the call of our first game of this great doubleheader weekend on WTRF. Don't forget tomorrow night, yours truly and one of the officials out there right now, Tom Beckel, my main man, who helps us out on Saturday nights, call the game of Wheeling Central and Cadiz as you look at the capacity crowd here in Woodsfield.
Now, Jay called a timeout. I'm sure they're going to punt the ball. He just telling, hey, cut your splits down. Don't let anyone up the gut. We don't want to block punt here. We want to go in 21 zip. And make sure you stay in your lanes downfield. We don't want Fry frying us at this time. And he can do it. Well,
not with that punt.
He may have told him to kick it out of bounds, but maybe a little further down the field.
Heath Wells got that one way left. Looked like one of my sandwiches. But Jay's clapping, encouraging him. So 47 seconds for the Knowles defense to shut the Pilots down. On the other hand, River would love a quick hitter, and Fry can supply that, and we'll find out where he lines up here. Here comes Marty Ramsey, 21, and Mark Isley, the junior quarterback, who has seen most of the snaps so far for River this year. Yes. They've switched around. Connor has played some quarterback.
We'll probably see a prevent here with the Knowles. Now they're in the base defense, a little deep. They may have something underneath that they want to throw the ball, but I doubt if they're going to get behind anyone.
Now Cole backs off Fry, top of your screen. Smart move. Isley rolling that way. Pressured, and down he goes. Heath Wells with a huge hit. Fumble, and Monroe Central's got it. Tucker Roberts recovers after a huge hit by number 75, the middle guard, Heath Wells.
They motion the trips to the right side. Isley goes to the left side, get one-on-one with Fry. The penetration, the big rush got him. And we have another turnover, Mike. Another turnover.
And with 41 seconds to go. Boy, it would be a great way to cap off this first half. Derek Griffith fake and run around the end, right?
I think the shoe.
41 seconds. Monroe's already burned 2 timeouts. Shoemaker carrying tacklers. Down he goes. inside the 22.
If we see anything, Mike, we're probably going to see play action. If we're going to throw the ball, it's going to be play action. And it's going to be late enough in the game where River's not going to have time to run it back.
Griffith spikes it. Although he ran 3 or 4 steps before spiking it, and that was sort of a delay. 20 seconds to go. So Monroe will have 2 shots. Ball on the 21-yard line. We're looking at a 38-yard field goal from there, and don't think that's happening from the grub worm.
No. River's backed off. You know, they're not going to fall for any kind of trickery. You know.
Watch the screen set up. Here it is.
There it is.
Shoemaker with blockers. Splits him nicely. Makes a cut. He's inside the 20. Inside the 10. Down near the 5. So they'll move the change, and Jay is saying spike the football. 11 seconds.
Yeah.
Make it quick because
they had him loosened up. We got a little screen to the left of the shoe. Nice wall set up. Nice seams. And he takes it down inside the 5.
And now Griffith spikes the football. So they'll have 5 seconds and 1 chance here. Oh, and if you're Terry Snively, you're saying we have got to hold them right here. We cannot go in down 4 touchdowns.
Absolutely, Mike. Absolutely. At least you have something to build on at halftime if you hold them here. You know, it's got to be tough on those kids.
What a turn of events. This game started with Rivers' offense nearly scoring on its first couple of plays. It's been all Monroe since a minute into the first quarter. 5 seconds to go. Probably the last play of the first half. Griffith rolling right. Being flushed out of there. Now he's going to run. Griffith! Did he get in? No, he didn't. And that's the way the half will end. Wow.
Wow is right. Good
Maybe
effort.
you can say a huge dodging of a bullet for River. On the Bill Forbes Chevrolet halftime scoreboard, it's 21-0 Monroe Central, almost 28.
There we go. A little bootleg action to the right. He had a kid early. He decided to pull it up and run it in.
Oh,
he didn't make it. He had the...
And Coach Circosta talking it over with the officials. Bill Forbes Chevrolet scoreboard reads 21-0 in favor of the home-standing Seminoles. Halftime festivities coming up on WTRF.
Grab your shades, earn a 2-year associate degree, and enter an exciting career field, or continue your education at a 4-year college or university. Brighten your future at Belmont Technical College.
How far are you going?
Looks like I'll need at least 10 yards. Wait a minute. Is this car from Bill Forbes, Chevrolet Chrysler?
I wish it was.
So do we.
But it isn't. You can bet my next one will be.
This isn't from Bill Forbes? I think I'll just wait.
This one, a car request from Bill Forbes Chevrolet Chrysler. Everything else is just a ride.
At Respects Food Mart, we're proud of all we do, and we take pride in our community, its people, and accomplishments. And we're proud to support all of our Monroe County schools.
McIntyre Cartage, serving Monroe County with reliable, friendly disposal service, and proud to support the River Pilots, Bellsville Blue Devils, and Monroe Central Seminoles.
Starfire Express has what you need 24 hours a day. Gas, deli food, groceries, lottery, and snacks. Whatever your destination, work, shopping, or football game, stop at Starfire. The objectives of Monroe County Care Center is to provide home-like, intimate, quality, continuous care, inpatient rehabilitation, and professional services in a rural, well-established nursing facility.
The Citizens National Bank of Richfield and Sardis is home-owned and has been independently operated since 1933. We reinvest your deposit dollars in our community.
Jerry Gus Masonry and Concrete Construction wishes the best of luck to all Monroe County teams. When you want the best in masonry work, call 740-483-1109. Smith is a husband, father, and grandfather with educational and professional experience in public administration and a solid financial background. He's proudly served his country for 20 years, managing military and civilian personnel. His past financial experience includes being assistant vice president in a bank. He's recently written grants bringing over $600,000 to Monroe County and is actively involved in our community. For energy, vision, and a new sense of direction to the office of Monroe County Auditor, elect Wayne A. Smith, the only qualified candidate.
Grab your shades, earn a 2-year associate degree, and enter an exciting career field, or continue your education at a 4-year college or university. Brighten your future at Belmont Technical College.
At Respects Food Mart, we're proud of all we do, and we take pride in our community, its people, and accomplishments. And we're proud to support all of our Monroe County schools.
McIntyre Cartage, serving Monroe County with reliable, friendly disposal service, and proud to support the River Pilots, Bellsville Blue Devils, and Monroe Central Seminoles.
Starfire Express has what you need 24 hours a day. Gas, deli food, groceries, lottery, and snacks. Whatever your destination, work, shopping, or football game, stop at Starfire.
Grab your...
Performing at 12 o'clock p.m. Let's all give them a warm welcome and wish them good luck in tomorrow's performance.
shades, earn a 2-year associate degree, and enter an exciting career field, or continue your education at a 4-year college or university. Brighten your future at Belmont Technical College.
You have so many commitments in your life and so many decisions to make about your future and theirs, like buying a house, saving for college, making investments, or planning for retirement. At Ormet Credit Union, we're committed to knowing current trends in finance and committed to sharing these methods with our members to help you make better financial decisions. So whether you're college-bound, raising children, or planning for retirement, let Ormet Credit Union help you find financial success, because our commitment is you.
Come join our team and score really big at our new facility, growing to meet your financial needs. You're a winner with Woodsfield Savings Bank.
The F.W. Shoemaker Insurance Agency in Woodsfield has a winning tradition for serving all of your insurance needs and wishes the best to all of our Monroe County schools.
Many families like ours can't ride their bikes down Main Street. They've been forced to leave because of no jobs. I'd like to change that, and with your help I can.
Vote for my dad November 3rd.
Welcome back to Woodsfield, about ready for the third quarter. Between Monroe Central and River, it's been all Knowles the first half, 21-0. 2 touchdowns set up by that man, Knowles quarterback Derek Griffith. The junior ran 2 plays down to the 4-yard line, won a 4th-down conversion, taken in by Big Johnny Shoemaker.
Actually, 2 of those came up with timely miscues on River's part, Mike.
Monroe Central will receive to start the second half. Back deep to receive, Shoemaker, 44. Also Benny Miller, 24. And I think it's Josh Woodby, 22 in the middle.
Mike, the River Pilots are going to have a good series defensively this time, just to mentally get back into this game.
Ed Connolly kicks it away. Comes down to the big Shoe at the 13. The wall is set up. And Shoe cuts it up the middle. Looking for some blockers. Spins at the 30. He has room. Makes another great run. Look at Shoe. Oh, my. What a run by John Shoemaker. Getting into River territory when it looked like that thing was going nowhere. That's the run of the year. Pardon me, Quincy Wilson.
Mike, that's a 6'2", 210-pound kid running like this.
Look at this.
What amazes me, he has great vision.
Right
good
here.
balance.
Look at that
vision. You don't teach that. And he's strong. I don't know what they feed him on the Shoemaker farm. But
I think we're looking for number 8.
it's definitely good stuff.
Ball at the 49-yard line. So it's Derek Griffith and the Knowles coming back out for their first series in great field position.
Their power set, double tight, little wing, used as a blocker.
Man in motion, Josh Jones coming right at you. They run. Miller, who has great running ability up the middle. And a huge hole down to the 32-yard line.
Great dive, Mike. Like here's motion away from where they're going to run. They run straight dive. They get motion to get River's attention or see if they're going to adjust to a little bit, and they run right behind the motion.
Besides the River defense trying to keep up with Monroe, it's tough for our Alan Blanchard on the sideline to watch all those fakes. He's down there on field level.
There's River making a little adjustment now. Just semi-50 look.
Shoemaker behind 2 big bookend blocks, mainly Tucker Roberts.
And that's the play that Shoe scored his first touchdown on. That's a little like a fullback counter type thing. They show action to the left, positive action to the left, give it to Shoe back to the right.
And Jay sends in the play.
And there's, Nipper's not in the game yet, is he?
Preston Kilburn, number 86, is a sophomore, 6'1", 175. jersey number 88 down there. Josh Jones behind Shoemaker. Boy, wouldn't it be nice to run behind him all night?
I'm going to tell you what. Shoe went in there 100 miles an hour and got the pile moving. And, Jones just got in his hip pocket, Mike, and picked up the 6-7 yards. Moving the sticks. That's their game. Moving the sticks, turn the clock.
This game's been dominated by Monroe Central since their first series. It looked like River came out with a ball of fire on a quick slant to Fry, but it's been all Monroe since. Capitalizing on turnovers and using this guy, John Shoemaker. Bounces off a tackle. He is running possessed. Watch him bounce off a tackle, Pooch.
Getting here, Shoe just right over the right side again with a little lead. You know, I'm really impressed with his balance and vision.
Actually hit his own guy. He pushed him forward, too.
He probably hurt him. I'd be real surprised if Jay throws the ball again tonight.
Maybe that's what happened in Nipper.
And if he does, it's probably a mistake on his part. He don't want to throw it.
2nd and 2. The way they've been running, why not? Josh Jones still on his feet inside the 10. And he gets to the 5. 1st and goal, Knowles.
Mike, we've seen that play 3 or 4 times. Mike, we've seen this play 3 or 4 times already this evening. It's just a straight dive, the simplest play in football, quick. Actually, they're taking advantage of River's size here. Quickness.
And now let's see. 1st and goal at the 5. Maybe.
They might fake him out and give it to someone else.
Watch Griffith. Jones pounding towards the goal line. Did not get in. 2nd and goal from about a foot. And now we might see Jones, or Shoe.
They might give it to Jones just to get him in the box score. You want to spread it around a little bit, make those kids feel good. When they grow up, they say, yeah, I scored against River in 1998. But they're in their bone look.
Awful tough for high school defenses to defend. 2nd and goal from the 1. The big Shoe. He's in. Touchdown. What a memorable night for Johnny Shoemaker. And Jason Costa is up 4 touchdowns.
This is number 3 for the Shoe tonight. It's just great power right over the left guard. Running right behind Beardmore and Dimmerling. Number 3 for the Shoe man.
Big grub on for the point after. He's been 3 for 3 perfect tonight. Blocked.
We have a block. Mike, I'm pretty impressed with Monroe Central's offensive line. The Dimmerling's only 180. Okay.
They're blowing holes. The meal you could run through. It's all Monroe, 27-0 on the Bill Forbes Chevrolet scoreboard thanks to John Shoemaker's 3 touchdowns. We'll be back to Woodsfield on WTRS Game of the Week right after this.
How far are you going?
Looks like I'll need at least 10 yards. Wait a minute. Is this car from Bill Forbes, Chevrolet Chrysler?
I wish it was. So do we. But it isn't. You can bet my next one will be.
This isn't from Bill Forbes? I think I'll just wait.
insist on a car truck from Bill Ford Chevrolet Freight. Everything else is just around.
Lynn Kent Reithmiller, attorney at law, is proud to support all of the young people in Monroe County. An investment in our kids is an investment in everyone's future.
Blattler TV in Clarington would like to remind you to shop locally first. Allow us to give you quality products and service after the sale when you shop for TVs and small and large appliances at Blattler's.
Dr. and Mrs. Heckert are proud to make Monroe County their home and to serve as your hometown family doctor, along with experienced nurses and a nurse practitioner affiliated with Marietta Memorial Hospital.
Monroe Central 27, River nothing. That last 4-minute drive started off with a great bang. Shoemaker with a great return of a kick, and then Shoemaker takes it in from 1 yard out. It's been all Johnny Shoemaker tonight. Here's Todd Fry with a burst of speed. Look at him turn this thing on. Wow, can he move. Into Monroe territory, puts his head down, and gets a shot from some of the Seminoles.
Close to a late hit there, Mike.
48-yard line. 43-yard line. Seminole territory. First and 10 Pilots.
Fry just went down. I don't know if he's stunned or he just tripped.
And look at him, he's still woozy. Whoa, keep an eye on Mr. Fry.
Fry just hangs in there in the plow. He's like a magnet. He's drawing everyone in. That's boom. He attacks outside.
Look at him fly.
He takes a pretty good hit on the sideline here, Mike. Boom, right in the side of the head.
Then he got rolled over. Then he got up and was...
But he went down. He's woozy. They're taking him off the field
like
now.
if Vander Holyfield had hit him.
On the side of the head, that's, you know, that blurs your vision.
And now Snibe was wondering why. Well, let's watch it again because watch his head.
On the side of the head. Ooh. That's very vulnerable.
And then watch, he gets his head rolled on by Josh Woodby, 22. And then Heath Wells is a load himself in their big number 75, 210-pounder. Fry's a gamer, buddy. He is up, he's staggered, and he's back on the sideline. Of course, his brother, Rusty Fry, an unbelievable performer, track and field, Wheeling Jesuit University.
Mike, that scared me for a second. I mean, the kid get up and want to go in the huddle, and he fell flat on his face.
I got caught looking off, and I looked back, and I see him stagger, and I thought someone pushed him.
He fell right on his face, and then he wanted to get to the huddle. So we know that kid is a gamer. He don't want to quit. But you got to worry about the safety and the health of the young man.
What a great return by Shoemaker on Monroe Central's last kick return. And what a return by Fry. That might be the spark the River Pilots need at Monroe's 47-yard line.
This is the best starting position all night, Mike.
And now a new quarterback is in the game for River. Josh Connor, number 3. And Mark Isley split to the top of the screen. And they hand it to Brian Blatt, the sophomore. And he gets a couple of yards, and Terry Snively making a move.
Like Heath Wells is just creating havoc in there tonight. He didn't make the tackle. He wasn't directly involved in the play. But he just driving that particular time. River center in the backfield and just disrupting things.
Jesse Nippert, we have an update on him now. He hurt his hand or wrist, and now I see him walking out of Monroe Central's locker room, running pants in a T-shirt. His night is done. Option right, Connor pitches to Fry, who's back in there, slips a tackle, down to the 31-yard line. Shoemaker with a stop.
Like talking to Snibe before the game, he said Connor's their option. Connor's their option, man. When they bring him in, they like to run the option, and that's when we see Fry in the backfield. Ooh. And this has been plus yardage for them.
There was your boy Heath Wells. He missed the tackle, although he was diving for
He
Fry.
plays hard. He plays at 100 miles an hour every play.
Well, I mentioned Nippert has returned to the Monroe sideline. He's not going to play the rest of the game.
Yeah, that's right.
Split backs, Josh Connor in relief of Mark Isley. The throw across the middle, and it is broken up. Flag fly will have interference on Monroe.
Woodby might have been there a little early, if that's Woodby.
Woodby and Miller, 22 and 24, the corners. and they are talking about the play. If we can get a shot of Nippert on the sidelines, he's directly to Alan Blanchard's left, Dave.
I think Josh was there a little early.
Here's a replay.
Yep.
DeMuth and Schaefer both had it, so River driving the football. It'll be inside the 20, 21-yard line. Pass interference, Monroe Central.
River needs to score on this drive.
Here comes Josh Connor, this junior, trying to spark his pilots. Option left. Connor still keeps it. Cuts it back in, takes some shots, and is down. For Big Tucker Roberts.
Mike, that wasn't a bad play for River. You know,
Tucker Roberts
we're getting positive yardage, yes. They need to score on this possession, this drive, to have hopes to get back in this game.
27-0. 4-touchdown lead for Monroe. Shoemaker has 3 of them. Jesse Nippert got the Noles on the board in the first quarter. He hurt his wrist and will not return. He's in civvies on the sideline. 2nd and 7. Isley marks split bottom of your screen. Now it's Fry. Breaks it outside. Great individual move, and he takes a shot. Oh my, Heath Wells again. Forced a fumble in the first half. He's been everywhere defensively and takes a shot on Fry there. Here we go again.
Mike, Heath Wells, River's running a sweep. Heath Wells is a nose guard. He's making tackles on the sideline.
Oh.
Now, you talk about intense kids and who goes 100% every time.
I'm not sure how long Mr. Fry can hang in there. He is taking some pops. Had his head down, sucking wind here in the back of the huddle, so we'll keep an eye on Fry, number 5.
He's a gamer. Like, he's a gamer. That kid's not going to leave.
3rd and 5. Huge play for River. They need to keep this drive alive. Fry. Shoemaker with a stop in the backfield at the 15-yard line.
Hey, they're trying to run off there. Here's Schumacher scraping off tackle, doing exactly what he's supposed to do off of that 5.
Jerry, you've coached for a number of years. Would you love to have John Shoemaker on your team?
I'm going to tell you what, Mike, anyone in this valley would love to have Schumacher on his team, and he might as well bring Wells along with him.
So on 4th and 7, a field goal is not going to help River now. They need a touchdown. They're going for it.
It's a must.
With Josh Connor at quarterback and Mark Isley, who played the first half as the quarterback, split bottom of the screen. Eye in the backfield. And we have movement. It's going to be on River.
Mike, that looked like a pass play. That was an outside release by the tight end, so I don't know what Snive's going to do here. Is he going to change it or go with the same thing?
It'll be awful long now.
Nice quick. You see Jesse Howard. You can't see him here. He's a nice quick swim move outside, which jumped, and he was at either Matt Corn or Josh Rosen. I was Rosen that jumped off a little bit. But they're going again. They have to go.
4th and 12. Need to get to the 6. Back to throw is Connor across the middle. It's picked up by Josh Jones. Jones is across the 20, across the 30, and down at the 41-yard line. Josh Jones, playing center field defensively, made the pick.
Great play, Mike. He's Schumacher's running mate, offensively and defensively. He's the other linebacker. Oh, Jones, he just hangs right in the middle hook zone. You got an early Christmas gift there.
And if Jones wouldn't have made the pick, Shoemaker was inside the receiver.
Yeah, they were uncovered fairly well. That has to be very disheartening for the River Pilots. Snive's got to be beside himself right now.
So, Monroe Central dodges River's deepest threat. And there's Josh Connor, who did a great job as quarterback on that drive. Really gave River the spark they needed, mainly with the option.
A little change-up, right? Monroe Central hadn't seen the option all evening, and that's...
So Monroe goes back to Shoemaker on first down. And he gets a little yardage on the play. Jaser Costa could care less. He wants the clock to roll. Monroe Central in charge. They would love to pitch a shutout against their rivals River tonight.
We're sorry for River in a way. They had a nice drive, a little offside penalty hurt them there, and they went for the score, which they had to, and threw right into coverage. Good defensive stand by the Monroe, so you have to give them credit too.
Here's Griffith still with the football. Gets a block from Woodby and Jones. And that's good running by the quarterback.
And he moved the sticks. That's the first down. That's a key. Mikey, here's a key first down. Second back through, quarterback keep. You've seen this a number of times this evening. Nifty running back, Griffith. It's a good job. They moved the sticks. And the clock keeps moving.
And they get out of that shadows of their own goalpost.
Yeah, they're guaranteed 4 more downs, a couple more minutes on the clock. That's playing right into Jay's hands, Coach Acosta. So this is their forte.
Ball on their own 25-yard line. Josh Jones, the ball carrier. Has a couple of yards. As long as the clock runs, that's all Jaser Costa's worried about.
They just ran the lead with Schumacher leading right behind Grubb and Cecil and Muntz on that right side and just getting that towel moving backwards.
Old Muncie, as Jay calls him.
2nd and 5, that's where Jay likes to be. That opens your playbook a little more.
And we have yet to see Monroe throw the ball at all in the second half.
I don't think they will.
Had a 21-0 lead at halftime and now lead at 27-0. The only flaw, a blocked extra point. Woodby wrapped up in the backfield. Good River defense, led by Ed Conley, the big senior left defensive tackle, 255-pounder.
Straight dive that time again. Conley gun around once in between Grubby. And that's going to happen.
So 3rd and 4 upcoming for Monroe Central. This is where they're most dangerous, and this is what I like to watch the most because Jaser Costa gets creative with these plays. Watch the double fake and Griffith. It's worked all night.
Rivers in the base 4. Double tights, boned by the nose.
And guess the first man Shoemaker. Not going anywhere.
Josh Rosen filled the hole very well that time. Him and Mike Isley popped up in there.
So Monroe's going to punt the football away.
Mike, this may only be, what, 2nd or 3rd time at Central punted?
Think of that.
I know right before the half they punted and end up getting the ball back, but this may only be the 2nd or 3rd time this evening.
Fry is back there along with Josh Connor.
They should have good field position.
Wells punting for the Seminoles.
Big Heath Wells takes the snap. Gets it out of there, end over end. Fry, fair catch at the 36-yard line. So that's where River will try to dent this Monroe Central defense. Haven't done it yet.
Mike, if Connor's the quarterback again, and we see the eye set, then, at least a time or two we're going to see the option with Connor and Fry attacking the Monroe Central defense on the perimeter.
On the Bill Forbes Chevrolet scoreboard, 27-0. Monroe Central leads River, trying to send the Pilots to their first loss and snap that 12-game regular season unbeaten streak. that the Pilots have rolling. 10-0 last year, already 2-0 this year. Connor to the air, looks off one receiver. Nifty little play back to the far side. That's Fry running with the football, and down he goes. Brad Ludwig, number 30 on the stop.
Brad Ludwig.
Little slip screen, delay screen. They look here at the slant and come back with the little short hitch to the left, gain about a yard.
Probably the last play of the third quarter. Shotgun for Connor. Looks to the near side. Lofts it down the field. It's going to be too far for the intended receiver, Aaron Stalder, number 26. 4 seconds to play, third quarter. This place will erupt when these 4 seconds ticks away.
Stalder trying to run a little out and up on this skip. On Ben. Ben said, no way, Jose. He was with him.
Keith Wells comes out of the game. He gets a much-deserved break. Tucker Roberts back in. Big Tuck's played great today.
Now give that boy a jug of Gatorade. He deserves it. Okay, he's tired, Mike.
He sure is.
These kids play hard for Jay. And
now checking his eye for a contact or wooziness.
Shotgun again.
Connor across the middle. Fires it low. Incomplete.
And the quarter.
That'll do it for 3 quarters in Woodsfield. They're psyched. Their Seminoles have dominated their arch rivals, the River Pilots. On the Bill Forbes Chevrolet scoreboard, Monroe Central 27, River nothing. We'll be back.
Grab your shades, earn a 2-year associate degree, and enter an exciting career field, or continue your education at a 4-year college or university. Brighten your future at Belmont Technical College.
You have so many commitments in your life and so many decisions to make about your future and theirs, like buying a house, saving for college, making investments, or planning for retirement. At Ormet Credit Union, we're committed to knowing current trends in finance and committed to sharing these methods with our members to help you make better financial decisions. So whether you're college-bound, raising children, or planning for retirement, let Ormet Credit Union help you find financial success, because our commitment is you. At Respects Food Mart, we're proud of all we do, and we take pride in our community, its people, and accomplishments. And we're proud to support all of our Monroe County schools.
McIntyre Cartage, serving Monroe County with reliable, friendly disposal service, and proud to support the River Pilots, Bellsville Blue Devils, and Monroe Central Seminoles.
Starfire Express has what you need 24 hours a day. Gas, deli food, groceries, lottery, and snacks. Whatever your destination, work, shopping, or football game, stop at Starfire. Smith is a husband, father, and grandfather with educational and professional experience in public administration and a solid financial background. He's proudly served his country for 20 years, managing military and civilian personnel. His past financial experience includes being assistant vice president in a bank. He's recently written grants bringing over $600,000 to Monroe County and is actively involved in our community. For energy, vision, and a new sense of direction to the office of Monroe County Auditor, elect Wayne A. Smith, the only qualified candidate.
Mike Anthony and Jerry Capisi back in Woodsfield, 27-0 in favor of Monroe Central. And I know one guy is not very happy. Kyle Rose is in the corner of the end zone, and Kyle is a little more to the right. All the way over. Furthest right you can go with a red river cap on. That's not Kyle in the wheelchair. Kyle is all the way over to the right. Keep going. You're getting there all the way over to the right. The end of those people, you'll see Kyle Rose all the way down. He is a River legend, and the folks around here know who Kyle Rose is. He now teaches at River High School. He was hurt in an accident, and we'll get back to that in a little bit. Woodby has the punt sail over his head, and he's touched it.
We got a penalty here. Shoemaker on number 26. Almost put him in third row up at the 35-yard line.
Shoemaker is going to be penalized for knocking Stalter almost up here by us. And there's Mr. Rose in the red cap. Sorry about that, Dave. I had mentioned there was only one wheelchair over there. Apparently there wasn't. Kyle Rose is being talked to by a couple of guys there. The guy in the red hat was an all-world baseball player, played about everything at River. In 1990, went to Mercer University, played some baseball, was injured in a near-deadly auto accident that paralyzed his legs, and Kyle Rose is definitely known around these parts. A legend. Now teaches at River High School math, and couldn't be a nicer guy, Kyle Rose. So, hi to my main man, Kyle. With the penalty, they're walking it up near midfield.
Like, he hit him from the sideline and rode him clear to the stand.
Jack
that's almost 15 yards out of bounds.
Now, Jaser Costa is giving it to Tommy DeMuth. Steve Schaefer over to get in on it. There's Coach Costa.
Jay's livid.
See, years ago, that head was full of hair.
All them officials make him mad and they pull his hair out.
I can joke with Jay.
Jay's mad. River, good field position.
In Monroe territory at the 49, Josh Connor, play action, in trouble, Johnny Cecil, and down he goes. Heath Wells cleans up the sack, and Monroe is just blowing River off of the football.
Here he comes. Like John Cecil gets the first shot, and here comes Heath from the back door. Wells is right in there. I'll tell you what, they're having trouble blocking these kids. They go quick tonight.
Wow. River can't do anything offensively. Looked impressive against Meadowbrook and Federal Hawking. Those teams aren't in Monroe Central's category.
They're having a time with it tonight, though.
Fry in motion. Looks like a little wrinkle. Fumble in the backfield. Recovered by Monroe Central. That was the first time we saw that look, and I wasn't sure if Connor knew the play or not because he ran right into his back.
Fry goes in motion. They run a draw, and I don't think the kid ever had the ball. Even if he had gotten the ball, he wouldn't have won any further than what it was now. That's at least 4 turnovers, Mike.
Wow.
And Monroe Central, I capitalized on 2 that I remember. You talk about good field position.
Oh, here comes Monroe. Fry manned up bottom of the screen.
Wishbone look.
Play action pass.
They run a fade.
Down inside the 10, a jump ball, and it's broken up by Fry. Matt Cole was matched up one-on-one, and they attacked Fry, who appeared woozy earlier. Not a bad call, although up 27-0, people could say, what are they doing?
I'm wondering if this is not an audible, because he just right up in his face, locked on man-to-man. They run a little fade route on him. But then again, Fry's right with him.
Ball a little underthrown because Cole did have the step on Fry. But Fry is being banged up tonight, buddy. He's still out there. Give him credit.
He's a player.
2nd and 10 from the 40. There's Jonesy in motion. Woodby with the carry. Pounds down to the 35 for 5 yards. Josh Woodby.
Mike, that looks familiar. Motion, running right behind the motion, just straight dive, quickness.
Josh Woodby, only 140. Reminds me of the Dustin Robinsons here from Monroe Central.
He's quick. He's running right behind Carmine. Oh, I'm sorry, behind old Munson Grubb. He's hiding behind Big Grubb and trying to pop out of there.
Grubby coming from right tackle.
Bug on a rug behind Grubb. Bob Prince stage or something, or what, Pooch?
Must have been a Bob Prince fan, right? Jones sheds a tackler, has a block, cuts it back in nicely. Good pursuit by big number 58, Josh Rosen, but it's going to be a Monroe first down. Try also stuck his hat in there.
Deep 3rd and 5. And here comes Josie. On the perimeter, plants north and south, cross the stripe. 1st and 10 in the kill zone. Okay, Mike, Monroe Central's having her way right now.
And they're not done yet. 9:30 to play in the 4th quarter clock. Like a miracle, this should be Monroe's 2nd win of the year. Then Miller spins, and down he goes.
Good defense by the River Pilots that time. They're hanging top of the floor as well as they can. We got a cramp or an injury. Didn't see who that was.
That's 26.
Stalder. Stalder's the one that got knocked to the wall here by a Shoemaker on that last punt where we had the penalty.
We gotta watch it again and see if Stalder.
They're getting nothing on this. We can't see where Stalder got hurt.
Those are his feet right there, and it is a cramp.
It looks like a cramp.
Joking with Jacer Costa's wife, Donna Sue, at halftime. She was excited in that first half, and that sort of calmed down a little bit in the second half. She's sitting right in front of us. The Pilots have turned a football over 4 times, and it's hurt. What did Terry Snively tell us before the game was the key? Turnovers. He didn't expect his team to have 4 of them. Monroe has 1, an interception in the first quarter that Marty Ramsey picked up.
Well, the way River came out, they came out like a house of fire. 2 big plays, and we said, wow, we're going to have one tonight. It's been the nose ever since.
Time to look through.
Stalder played a good game tonight. You know, this kid told his soul tonight. You know, you love it when the kids give it everything they have.
Jesse Nippert was injured from Monroe Central. They might win this game, but you lose Nippert and you're losing a big play guy. And doesn't appear that he's going to be out for quite some time because it's a hand or wrist injury. And, you know, you can tape those up and play on those in a matter of a week or two. So
he's a big part of their defense and an integral part of their offense, Mike.
Shoemaker, not to mention special teams. He is a big play guy. Last 2-3 years have seen him run kicks back and set up Monroe Central, intercept balls, take them to the house.
As we've got 3rd and about 5. This is time we may see the second back through again, or Mr. Griffith keeping it off the double ride. Well, we won't see it now. They'll split back. You may see play action.
Tight end to the right, and now Griffith throws it across the middle. A man wide open, and he takes a shot. Preston Kilburn, number 86.
Line up at tight end.
Took a shot. Good
Mike,
ball.
Versus this cover 2 sometimes. That's where that look. No one in the middle of the field.
Right.
You've
been hitting me all night. I'm taking a look at somebody.
He says, I want my turn. But then again, that's the first down and
first and goal.
Really in the kill zone.
First and goal at the 8. Schumacher get number 4. Second man, Jones, dives to the 1. And is that Shoemaker coming up slow? It is.
He should get up, so he has to be tired tonight, Mike.
I'll tell you this, if he scores again here for his 4th time tonight, you won't see him much more the last 7.5 minutes of this game. It's down to 7:23 on the
Give the ball to Jonesy. Jonesy or Miller.
If Shoemaker's to have a huge year, you're going to look back to some of these games and say there's some big numbers put up. I say the shoe here. From the 2-yard line.
This is the shoe zone, you're right.
The bone in the backfield. Shoe. Did he pile in? His players think so again, but
Just about a foot, half a foot.
He is short, so it's going to be 3rd and goal. And I think the shoe wants one more.
You know, this really doesn't concern Jay, though. You know, 3rd and goal. Hey, the clock's running, Mike. That's what he wants.
Boy, it's already under 6:40. Still moving. Woodby comes in for Miller.
This is what they do to you. They just pound you, and that clock just keeps ticking and ticking.
Shoemaker already with 3 touchdowns. Is it going to be 4 on 3rd and goal from the 1? The shoe walks in. Monroe Central touchdown.
That's his 4th.
Schumacher, 1-yard touchdown.
There's some shoe right off the left side, Mike. He goes in standing up. That's number 4 for him tonight. Remember, that came off a turnover. That's at least the 3rd score off of a turnover tonight.
Now the big grubster on for the point after. Had his last one blocked. This one is going to be good. It's official. It's becoming a rout.
The war drums are playing. The war drums.
On the Bill Forbes Chevrolet scoreboard. 34-0. Knowles laying it to their arch rivals.
They're hooping and hollering.
6:14 to play, 4th quarter. That guy deserves a lot of credit. John Shoemaker. The 5th and final Shoemaker in a long line of Shoemakers that have played football at Monroe Central. Some hugs on the sideline. That's great to see.
There's the one in the 8th grade coming up. But it's not
that's a cousin.
It's a cousin, but it's still a Shoemaker, and they still feed him the same food on that farm, Mike. I guarantee he'll be a big kid.
And this has got to be a great time for his brother Greg to be a coach on this staff and to see the youngest do so well in such a memorable night, such a big rivalry game.
And I think that was Greg's number when he played here.
Oh, they all were. A lot of them were 44.
44. No one would dare ask for that number.
I think 3 of the 5 or 4 of the 5 were 44, but I know all of them didn't.
Well, a couple of them are linemen.
Yeah. Big Tucker Roberts tees it up. Rubber tees it up, and it's fumbled. Fry, who else? And this is where he's dangerous.
If he pops out of here, it could be trouble.
Look at this. And Fry is knocked out of bounds by Woodby.
That was close to a late hit.
Boy, is Fry having a game.
We have a Knoll down.
Is that Tucker Roberts, 68? No, it isn't, because the Tuck is walking on the sideline. Check for the grub worm. Is number 60 anywhere? It might be Grubb.
We got Darren Grubb or Tucker Roberts, I can't tell.
Roberts is up. Roberts is not. Big old leg.
I did, big leg, yeah. It looked like a big grub leg to me. It looked like a grub cramp.
See if we can see who it is. Grubb's the kicker, and it was Muff. Fly picks it up.
A lot of times them Muffs turn into big plays, Mike. You see it on TV every week. And there's Fly popping it outside.
Great blocks.
Close to a late hit.
Jason Costa still isn't smiling down there, up 34-0.
Oh, there's 6 minutes left. Jay's a perfectionist. He wants everything done.
And look at this.
His way.
Talking to my main man, Jack Prettyman, the pipes. Jack standing there talking. There he is.
He's still talking about the late hit on Stalder.
Yeah.
He is. He pointed right to where Schumacher knocked him from the 40 to the wall.
That was big Tucker Roberts. She's got it up close and personal with. Prettyman, Sir Costa talking about the old West Liberty days, right?
No, I'm sure they are. He's asking where he's going for dinner this evening and stop over the house. Yeah, I don't think so, Mike.
Well, we saw Prettyman late picking up the officiating crew down on Route 7.
They wanted to hit the ride with us. We wouldn't ride them.
It's been all Monroe, 34-0. This is just the first of a great weekend of football on WTRF.
But watch Jay walk. You think he'd be down 33-0?
Yeah, like I was saying, and there he is with Shoemaker. And they got the grubster up. It took about 3 guys to get Grubby up.
That's what makes their program so good. You know, Mike, between Jay and Snive, they're right in the neighborhood of 300 victories between them. Both these coaches know how to win.
This would be career win 195 for Jay. Snive has 104 career wins. He'll suffer his 98th loss. Connor on the option, keeps it. Takes a shot. How many times have we seen Riverbacks spin and take shots from pursuing defense? Who else? Heath Wells.
And Heath Wells, Monroe Central's in what we call TNT. He's still at the nose, and he never gives up. The kid plays 100 miles an hour.
Jason Costa says he only has about 6 guys he calls the Super 6 up front that he uses. Robert, Cecil, Wells, Grubb, and another in Months.
Can't afford to get anyone hurt.
You know, those are the 6 that go both ways.
Same with Perry. If we get 1 or 2 people down, we're in trouble.
They've had those 2 bookend tackles, Schmidt and Conley, for 3 years. Fry reversing his field. Look out. Dances outside, and he's shoestring tackled. Ben Miller came up, and that could have been a lot bigger. And boy, Fry is just playing a great ball game. Although they have not scored, he has been everywhere.
Mike, that may have been a touchdown-saving tackle.
I'm telling you, Pooch.
He turns the corner there.
Watch this. Starts left and ends up with a shoestring tackle.
They tried a quick pitch left. He just cut it back against the grain, against the pursuit. And Ben Miller made the diving tackle.
Now Mark Isley, split bottom of your screen, matched up with Miller one-on-one. Split back behind Josh Connor. Connor to throw, looks across the middle to Isley, broken up nicely by Miller. That was the isolation I had talked about, and Miller got his hand in there and forced the breakup. Good one-on-one defense. That's hard to teach. You actually can't teach it. The kids have to perform it one-on-one.
That's just like playing man-to-man in basketball. You just got to jump on him and let's go. If you notice, Monroe Central's defense, like their free safety, is like 20, 21 yards deep now. That's
Derek Griffith. That's about the 30-yard line. Ball being snapped from the 47. Here comes Shue blitzing. They run right through the blitz, and Mike Isley is near the 40. Still short of the first down, so it's going to be about a 4th and 3 or 4.
At this point in the game, he's got to go. You're right. They ran the play right where Shue vacated. They run right by Shue, like red like hot. You see Schumacher come up here on the blitz, or a red dog, and they run right where Shue vacated that area, and guess who was in there?
Wells.
Mr. Wells, 75. You saw him laying on the ground 4 yards deep. He may get back of the week for River. I don't know. The kid's amazed me. I never heard of him until tonight. I'm going to shake his hand. I know that.
Here's Connor. And a great job to hold on to the football because he was being pursued nicely by Jones.
Adam Jones, sophomore.
Younger brother of Josh, and that's a great tackle from behind from a defender. Young kids, watch this tackle. Chop at the ball because he had no idea you were coming. Connor luckily hung on to the thing.
He tried to rake him and get the ball. They were still looking for another turnover.
3:27.
It's a pride factor now.
Oh, yeah. They want the shutout.
They want the shutout, and River wants to score.
Eye in the backfield with Fry. Watch a quick toss to use his ability. How about the option right? Connor pitches to Fry a little high. Johnny Cecil with great pursuit. Got him by the ankle.
That's what we call stringing the option out, Mike. String it out. Cecil strings this thing out beautifully. You string it out, let your inside pursuit catch up and help with the play. That's exactly what happened here. Boom, there they are. Cease and Ben Miller was there to clean up.
2nd and 7.
Nice defensive scheme by the Monroe Central Noles this evening.
Quick hitter to Mike Isley.
Now, that's Heath Wells laying in the backfield there.
And guess who?
Heath Wells?
Yes.
Look like they may give the score up.
Out comes the first string, led by who else? 44, John Shoemaker. 4 touchdowns, matching his jersey number.
He's got to sleep good tonight, Mike. He might get home, eat a side of beef, a couple gallons of milk, and hit the rack.
3rd and 3 for River. Quick toss, Isley. Can he get out there? Sure.
He's gone.
That's Fry. And Fry dives to the 1. Steve Schaefer gives it to him. Touchdown. The instant the first team comes out, Todd Fry, 21 yards. Looks like the old Terrell Davis Monday Night Football touchdown.
Yeah. But this little toss to Fry, and he just outlegs the fresh legs.
There he is. Getting inside the pylon.
He reached. He got it.
Steve Shaky Schaefer gives the touchdown call.
I'm sure them first teamers are upset, but hey, don't forget, these young kids out there now, they practice and they sweat and they bleed like everyone else.
Connor easily for 2. 34-8.
Like an onside kick is probably in order now, Mike.
Uh-huh.
I would think. Is that a safe bet?
So there goes the shutout with a $1.42.
Little option action. Again, they're just breaking the perimeter with the young kids.
Well, Monroe Central's going to win this one easily. It's 34-8 now. River is not going to go back to Hannibal without a fight.
You're turned into a rout somewhat, Mike, but you're in a rout. When you get routed, you're never as bad as you look.
So Shoemaker,
and the turnovers help.
Shoemaker with an unbelievable performance.
He's a horse. Mike, I can't believe how quick he is. You know, he surprised me with his quickness, his vision, and his balance.
Those 1- and 4-yard runs aren't very exciting, but how about the kickoff return?
That's sold me on him. That kickoff return may give him a scholarship. He may not be a running back in college, but just because a scout's going to see balance, he's going to see good vision, and you need that to be a linebacker too.
And Kent State's coach is here tonight.
And Youngstown, good friend of ours, Ken Canastra. I haven't seen him yet. Good ball players out here.
Now Shoe is up front with the hands team, and River just kicks it away. That's a rocket. And it goes into the end zone for a touchback. We'll see who comes out at quarterback for the Noles with 1:42 to go in the game. You know Shoemaker's out of the game. Here comes the backup quarterback, number 10, Ryan Burkhart.
Mike. Mike, we'll see all clean shirts out here now. Coaches just empty the benches. Let the kids who practice and take their beatings all week, let them get underneath the light, get the uniforms dirty. This is important for your program. Both sides of the ball, whether you're winning or losing, get those kids in there, let them pound around a little bit. And they're fun to watch. They'll get after each other, I'm sure. Rivers in the base 4.
The Big Shoe only has 80 yards rushing tonight, but 5 touchdowns.
I'll tell you what, Mike, this looks like the beginning of the ball game. You got all clean uniforms out on the field.
And look at the huddle of prayer going on the Monroe Central sideline. That is awesome. Shoemaker has them all lined up in there. If our high cameras can pick that up.
That's called family. You know, that's part of winning.
There it is. Shoemaker on the right, number 44. He's still talking to him. Tucker Roberts, 68. There's Greg Shoemaker coming in.
People in the valley got to take note of that, Mike, because you know why? You win with character, not characters.
I like it. Here's the handoff to a Monroe Central backup running back, Adam Farnsworth, a 5'9 junior. lot of fresh faces in there for Monroe Central. There's the boys.
There they are.
The A-team. Monroe Central really sends a message tonight.
That's family.
Good stuff, guys. Jesse Nippert might be the only downfall of tonight's game. He left and did not return with something wrong with his wrist or hand. 25 seconds left to play. Big Dave McKee, 5'3", 100-pound freshman with the carry.
What a stud bolt.
10 seconds, and this thing's going to run out. High fives everywhere. Derek Griffith, number 11, set up a couple of touchdowns. And Monroe Central wins it on a final score of 34-8. Johnny Shoemaker, 5 touchdowns. He had all of Monroe's scores except for their first. That was a pass play to Jesse Nippert that covered 68 yards in the first quarter from Derek Griffith. A final thought from Woodsfield in the postgame show coming up next on WTRF's Game of the Week.
Lynn Kent Riethmiller, attorney at law, is proud to support all of the young people in Monroe County. An investment in our kids is an investment in everyone's future.
Blattler TV and Clarendon would like to remind you to shop locally first. Allow us to give you quality products and service after the sale when you shop for TVs and small and large appliances at Blattler's.
Dr. and Mrs. Heckert are proud to make Monroe County their home and to serve as your hometown family doctor, along with experienced nurses and a nurse practitioner affiliated with Marietta Memorial Hospital. You have so many commitments in your life and so many decisions to make about your future and theirs, like buying a house, saving for college, making investments, or planning for retirement. At Ormet Credit Union, we're committed to knowing current trends in finance and committed to sharing these methods with our members to help you make better financial decisions. So whether you're college-bound, raising children, or planning for retirement, let Ormet Credit Union help you find financial success. Because our commitment is you. Smith is a husband, father, and grandfather with educational and professional experience in public administration and a solid financial background. He's proudly served his country for 20 years, managing military and civilian personnel. His past financial experience includes being assistant vice president in a bank. He's recently written grants bringing over $600,000 to Monroe County and is actively involved in our community. For energy, vision, and a new sense of direction to the office of Monroe County Auditor, elect Wayne A. Smith, the only qualified candidate.
Yeah. Welcome back to Woodsfield, a.k.a. Jacer Costa Land. The Monroe Central Seminoles roll 34-8. A good old-fashioned whooping at the hands of your arch rivals, River, and it's great to win one like this, number 195 for you.
This is a great win, Mike, and I'll tell you, we played a good football team tonight, and our kids showed a lot of character and a lot of class, and more than anything, showed a lot of hard hitting. I'll tell you, that's about as hard a hitting football game, especially in the first half, that I've seen for a long time.
This game was won up front, no doubt. Your guys blew River off the football on both sides.
Yeah, I told you before the game, we need to establish the running game, and they were setting up to stop the run, and that's why we got the big deep one with Jesse there early on, and that loosened them up, and then the running game took over. Offensive line, great job, and the backs ran hard. Just a super job all the way around.
You got a big win, but you may have lost one of your better players, Jesse Nippert. What's the status on his hand?
Well, we don't know Jesse's status yet. He went out with a wrist injury in the first half, and we didn't want to risk it being up like that. We wanted to be very cautious, so we'll just have to check things out and see how he is. He's a super ball player, and yeah, we need him back in there.
Jacer Costa's Knowles win a big one. Let's bring some of the guys in who performed well tonight. First, we'll start with Heath Wells. Pardon the pun, I'm performing well. You were everywhere tonight, buddy, hitting people hard, and you look like you're putting a little extra bounce in your step out there.
Yeah, this week at practice, coach is just on us, and we're really ready for this game.
What was the difference? It looked like you guys up front defensively were taking control. You were at the backfield more than some Rivers offense.
The crowd was in it, and everybody was just going in it, and we were just pumped up and ready to go.
This is a huge win, and of course your buddy scores 5 touchdowns, and he's awful nice to block for those guys like Muncie and Dimmerling and them up front, right?
Yep.
What about his performance? Can you rate it one of the best you've seen around here?
Yeah, the line did a really well job, and he just ran him in. Can't get no better than that.
All right, go celebrate, all right, Heath? Great job. Come on in here, Shu. Congratulations, number 44, and a performance that is going to be at the top of the Shoemaker list, maybe in that long list of your family. How'd you feel? 5 touchdowns against River.
Well, it's everything I dreamed it would be. I never thought it would really happen, but the linemen, the holes are big enough to drive a truck through. They set the tone early on, and I just ran through the big holes, and we got the job done up front tonight.
But defensively, you played well. Also, Heath Wells was standing guys up, and you were taking shots at some of their backs.
Whenever the D-line gets in there, it's just a feast in there for people to come in and just stick some people and lay some lumber and cause some fumbles like we did tonight.
Congratulations, John Shoemaker, 5 touchdowns. Let's bring in Jerry Capisi for one final thought as we wrap it up. The Noles win 34-8. It was hard hitting, and Monroe Central looks impressive.
Oh, the thing that impressed me, Mike, I just talked to my man Wells. I told you I was going to shake his hand. I said, what were you guys doing when you're in the circle? And what do you think they were doing?
Praying?
They were praying. And we talked earlier, you win games with character and not characters. And first time I've seen the Seminoles play, and I may be back. They showed a lot of character. When you see kids doing that, that really means a lot. And it's something you don't see every day, and it shows on the scoreboard. You don't always have to have the best athletes. Sometimes just that little extra you get inside, and you see things like that. Great.
34-8, Monroe Central wins their 2nd of the year. River has their 12-game regular season unbeaten streak snapped here tonight in Woods Field. Well, for Jerry Capisi and the entire WTRF crew, I'm Mike Anthony saying so long from Woods Field. Don't miss us tomorrow night. Wheeling Central hosts Cadiz at Wheeling Island Stadium. That'll do it from Woods Field. This has been a special presentation of WTRF Sports, the Ohio Valley sports leaders. So long.
Grab your shades, earn a 2-year associate degree, and enter an exciting career field, or continue your education at a 4-year college or university. Brighten your future at Belmont Technical College.
Over the years, you've worked hard to make your house payments, and you've built up equity that can now work for you. At Belmont Savings Bank, the home equity experts can arrange a low-cost loan for you to do almost anything you want. Buy a new car, make home improvements, or even take a vacation. You can count on the friendly folks at Belmont Savings Bank.
Belmont Savings Bank, we can share the dream.
The objectives of Monroe County Care Center is to provide home-like, intimate, quality, continuous care, inpatient rehabilitation, and professional services in a rural, well-established nursing facility.
The Citizens National Bank of Richfield and Sardis is home-owned and has been independently operated since 1933. We reinvest your deposit dollars in our community.
Jerry Gus Masonry and Concrete Construction wishes the best of luck to all Monroe County teams. When you want the best in masonry work, call 740-483-1109.
Tonight's high school game of the week between River and Monroe Central has been brought to you by Ormet Credit Union. Our commitment is you. Belmont Technical College. Belmont Tech. Grab your share.